All right, this is the Strike Industry. This is their SMC Bravo chassis, P320, all decked out, kitted out. Look at the slide, the ports. Now we're about to shoot the hell out of this. Got their Strike Industry, their brace right there. And let's get to it. Come on, look, quick little reload. Send that forward. Let's go plate rack. Easy money right there. That's crazy. This right here. Man. Is it a cheat code? No, we're empty. That's nice. If you like this, you've been looking for something to upgrade your P320 build, stick around for the video. Spin that. All right, so yeah, we got the Flux Defense and the Strike Industries, both chassis right here for the P320. I am going to show you some of my pros and cons on it, some of my favorite things about it. So on the Flux, hands down, my favorite thing about this with this brace is that you just flick your finger right there and it pops out and you're ready to go. It's already sturdy and stuff. And that's one of the things that I kind of don't like about this, but situational, you know, depending on where you might be. So you just lift up on this, throw that, then it goes, and you can actually flip this, you know, to either side, to this side, boom. So you just lift up just a little bit, boom, and you're ready to go. But deployment, to me personally, I know that I like the Flux, and it's just faster to me. You know, you just grab it. So we just do a quick test or whatever. So just ready, up, ready to go. All right, strike, pick up. And so it's just a, you know, half a second for me personally, that if I was to do something like that, it would definitely be the Flux wins in that category for me personally. Now let's go over, you know, as far as the magazine release. So you just drop that right there to drop the magazine. And then, you know, if you're empty, this button right here is a little stiff, I'm not gonna lie. So you gotta hit this perfectly right there in the middle and then throw it in there. This button, depending on how you hit it, it might be stiff. You gotta really hit it square, like right perfect and everything. And of course, the Flux, you got a few different ways to drop the magazine. You're right there, drop the back. And if you just tap the front, of course, just the front will go out. But if you press the whole thing in, drop the back, and then boom. So to me, the Flux wins in that category as well. But it's all about training. Let's say, boom, you get really a lot of training in with the Strike. I don't think you really have any issues. So I'll shoot a couple drills real quick just to show you. All right, we're going hot. All right, lock back, boom, throw that in there. Lock back, no issues there. All right, then let's shoot the Flux. All right, going hot, put that down. Yeah, both are amazing. Both are super fun to shoot. It just depends on, you know, your preference, whichever one you want to go with. But the Flux, to me, wins in looks. You know, you gotta look good to shoot good. to me with all these cuts right here. That just looks really good. For the Strike Industries, this one is, you know, to me, it wins in looks, honestly. Now the Flux looks awesome as hell as well. Looks awesome. Yeah. And one thing that I definitely want to touch on, so the Strike with its chassis, you have your dot up high right here, and as you can see, just the slide is reciprocating, right? Your dot is just standing still as you're aiming through it and everything. It is perfect. You know, there's no movement. And on the Strike Industries, as you're shooting, the slide is reciprocating. The dot jumps around a little bit, not really a big issue. You know, if you got it tucked in here and stuff, you see with these ports that I have on here from the Parker Mount Machine barrel and comp, it barely has any recoil, no muzzle flip or anything like that. So it's a great shooter, super flat, big window from the Ghost HDG from Sealy Optics, and I love it. I love both. You know what I mean? That's why I wanted to get both and actually compare it so that you guys can make a decision from that. Yeah, this chassis, it's awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Just a few different things. Like I said, you get out there, you train, and yeah, go from there. All right, back to the studio.
Yep, back in the studio. This right here, like I said, right after the Flux video, I went ahead and just bought everything that I needed for this chassis system from Strike Industries, and I could not be happier with how this performed. We are clear, no rounds in the magazine. We're good to go. None in the chamber. Safe direction. Man, this looks amazing. Yeah, and so comparing this, you know, definitely to the Flux, which I did out there at the range, it is a great system, great option for kind of like a PDW or something like that, something smaller that you want, like a little backpack gun or some type of firearm like that that you could, you know, actually move and it's just quick. Like you could really shoot this with just one arm like this, and you know, having the brace back here going to the left or the right side, it just depends on how you want to stow it away. But yes, all the controls on here are awesome. It looks really good, especially with the Norso slide and the Parker Mount Machine comp that I have right here, the double comp. This is the Hyper, so you want to definitely go for the Hyper blast shield from them, just so that you can have room to put the spare magazine holder, and you know, if you want to put a light on there, if that's your thing, you know, just to get on it. But it yeah, you'll need the real estate just for that from the Hyper one, and they'll show you all the different options from the Hyper and the standard, like where if you're going to get like a threaded barrel or have anything to come out here with a comp, if you want to put a suppressor, it'll look great on here with the Hyper one. But yeah, if you don't really care for, you know, the extra magazine holder or the light, then just get the standard. You know, it's pretty much up to you, but I would leave myself with that option to add those things, so go with the Hyper. Yes, this right here, it's not too grippy at all, actually, but stays in the hand. There's, you know, texture around the back and right here in the front. It is a little slick right here, but no, really no complaints. I didn't have any issues while shooting. Just putting the, you know, SIG FCU down in here, and then you just put your slide on there. It is great for that. Now, I definitely love the price of this. Like, it was not expensive to put this together, especially if you already have magazines and, you know, I already have the light and the FCU and this Ghost HDG from Sealy Optics. I you know, already had that in on this slide right here. So just putting everything together was actually pretty inexpensive. You just got to sign up for the notifications as well, because stuff does go out of stock. So as soon as you can get it, just get it, and, you know, build it over time or something like that. Just take your time. But this is perfect. Like, look at, you know, my thumbs right here on this blast shield part. I don't know if they'll come out with anything, you know, for like a thumb ledge thing, but I just put my thumb right on that and never had any issues from it. But great shooter. You know, I went over everything out there at the range, from the comparison from this to the Flux, and you know, it's just situational. You know, it's personal preference. If you would like the brace to float out from the side, or if you want it just to pop straight out, whichever one. I'm kind of, I don't know yet. I don't know. Aesthetics wise, I like this one just a little more. The other one, the Flux and everything, I I like that, but you know, if I had to choose one, I would go Flux. in my personal opinion. But you know, this has a place in my heart too. But yes, right now I am leaning toward the Flux. I'm not gonna lie. So let me know if you already have this build. If you plan to get one, it is a great option. You know, I say go out there, have fun, get your firearms, try out different things. You know, that'll go with your chassis and stuff, and it'll be perfect for you. So yeah, get out there and train, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.